You just saw us cover the press conference of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, two fighters, boxers who are going to be fighting each other May 2nd in Las Vegas. And they just announced at the end of that press conference, we missed it, an on-sale date for the tickets is coming up. Guess what the ticket price is going to be? $1,500 to $7,500 for those tickets. It's going to be something else. I want to bring in Wayne Rogers from Los Angeles. He's the chairman of Wayne Rogers and Company, and he is a big fan of boxing. What was your reaction to that press conference?
Well, Gerri, you're talking about two of the greatest fighters of our era, I think, pound for pound. There's no doubt about it. And you know, I think if I had to pick a winner right now, I'd say it's going to be Floyd Mayweather, only because his defense is so great, and Manny, who's got the heart of a tiger. You know, he'll stay there forever, and he's going to be very hard to beat. But I think Mayweather's a little quicker. Manny has lost 2 of his last 5 fights. He was terrific, but this is going to be a big one. And I'm surprised at the ticket price. I think the ticket price would be double that.
You think it would be higher? They're going to make so much money on this fight. Yeah. We've been looking at the numbers. It's astonishing, Wayne. Do you think that the audience for boxing is growing?
I don't think so. I think it's shrinking, and I think it has been shrinking. It's unfortunate. You need great fighters to bring out the people. And we haven't had great fighters recently. I mean, you know, since Ali and all of that, you haven't had really any big-time, big-name fighters who dominated the sport. But these two guys, pound for pound, are the best in the world. No doubt about it.
So interesting to hear them talk, and May 2nd's the big date. I want to move you on, though, to another story now, and that's the Hillary Rodham Clinton, HRC. Her presser yesterday, people are still talking. They can't let it go. And one of the things that really caught my attention and that I keep thinking about is she kept talking about how she's met all the requirements of the law in revealing these emails. Has she?
No, she hasn't. First of all, you know, I said this once before in your show. She has a history, you know, that's very unfortunate. I mean, you go back to Whitewater, you go back to, you know, Filegate, you go back to all of these things where she's been duplicitous and she's you know, handled herself around and said, oh, I wasn't involved in that. And then she tries to trump these various committees by saying, I'm turning over all of this material, and she's not really turning it over, or she's inundating them with it. She's obfuscating the fact. The fundamental here is about honesty and it's not about trying to trick your way into the election. You know, she says, don't you want a woman to be president? She defends herself by being a woman. She takes everything out of context. This is just terrible, I think. It's all political. She has a history of this. You know that she's not telling the truth, or she's going to obfuscate the truth. And I just hope that the Congress gets at it.
But does she have a point with this idea about not putting 2 emails on the same device? Do you buy that?
No, of course not. I mean, as I said, this is all done for the purpose of obscurity, of making this obscurantis. She's trying desperately to get out of something. She's always trying to desperately to get out of something. She's always told 2 sides to everything, or 3 sides, or 4 sides. There's never an honest, straightforward delivery action that she says that is true. Look, all of these things, all you got to do is go back and look at the history of this, and you know right away what she's all about. She can't help herself. She's a political animal.
Well, I need you to address some comments out of the White House, because it looks like they're trying to give her cover. Listen to Josh Earnest today at the White House.
Oh, Josh, did the White House know that Hillary Clinton was deleting 30,000 emails that she sent to Secretary of State?
John, I can tell you that I was not aware of the personal email habits of the Secretary when maintaining her personal email inbox.
I'm not talking about her habits while she was Secretary. I'm talking about what she did just a few months ago, which was deleting 30,000 emails that she sent to Secretary of State without anybody determining, except for her and her team alone, that those emails didn't need to be part of the public record.
Again, John, this is a decision that was made by Secretary Clinton and her team, and what we're talking about are emails that she described as personal, that relate to what she described as a variety of own personal arrangements, whether it's her daughter's wedding or other personal things of that nature. So, again, I'd refer you to Secretary Clinton's team about the decision that they made on that. But again, we're talking about a decision that she has made related to her own personal email, and that falls outside the purview of the federal government.
So whatever happened to Ronald Reagan saying trust but verify, right? She says you have to trust what I say. What I say goes.
Yeah. And you see how he parses that and says, it's not what she said was this, but I'm not sure that that's what it is. You have to ask the State Department. The State Department says, oh, we're releasing all of these things. I mean, it's a whole duel in obfuscating the truth, trying not to get to the truth is what they're desperately trying to do.
All right. Wayne, we've got to leave it there, unfortunately. We could go on and on, couldn't we? Thanks for coming on this show. Good to see you.
I want to come back and talk to you about boxing one day, though.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.